you just finished your PhD and you're looking for a job right now, I just need you to know that you have been brainwashed, especially if you're first gen. Let me ungaslight you right now. There are things you did to get your PhD that are not normal for someone this early in your career. Even if you're returning to school this early in a white collar career, but because academia does not pay you for them, and everyone does it, you have been gaslit into thinking that they're not a useful skill. It is not normal for someone this early in their career to have spoken at national and international conferences where you had to get peer-reviewed access. It is not normal to have built projects from the ground up with extremely limited resources and have already managed research assistants, aka entry-level employees. It is not normal to be handed the reins of an entire project, come up with the questions themselves, and show the impact to make the case for it while you are on your shaky baby legs with zero other experience. All of those skills are translatable into project management, into analytics, into critical thinking, into oral communication skills, into grant writing. You're going to have to tweak it some because you're going to have to shift from telling people the why, giving background, and change it to telling them what and letting them ask questions to get to the how if they're even interested. Which, yes, it drives me nuts that people don't worry about the how, but you know, that's why we're where we are. And that's why you are needed in the workforce, leveraging your skills. And if you're first gen in particular, you could be gaslit by family members. Very early in my PhD program, I was told by a family member that PhD stands for post-hole digger. You may say that teasingly, or they may be abusive. I don't know. You may also just gaslight yourself and that what you're doing isn't useful, that you're just paper pushers, whatever. There are certainly enough people who are especially famous who are out there not preaching what their fields actually say, or who may be cherry picking, or who may even not be doing the bad work themselves, but what gets media attention is a clip of it, right? And in this age of anti-intellectualism, on top of the resentment that may come from your former family and friends, not that they're not your family, but you know, your first family and friends, having maybe some resentment that you've had access to something they haven't, you may gaslight yourself into thinking, I can't find a job because my skills aren't useful. And I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up there and learn the next skill set, which is reframing the uses that you have. Because especially in this age of anti-intellectualism, where we are watching the world fucking burn, you are needed. Because you also don't have the opposite problem of being so high up in the ivory tower that you don't know reality. You can't relate to people who are different than you. You, as someone who's experienced social mobility, who is first gen, you have something special. You have an expertise, and you are still in touch with the people. And don't let the world take that from you. This job market is, I know we're tired of the word unprecedented, but it is. It's like worse than 2008. The crash is going to be worse than 2008. It's predicted to be. It's not a you problem. It's a business as usual problem. It's a greed, late stage capitalism, anti-intellectualism problem. The pendulum will have to swing because it's either going to crash and burn or we're going to rebuild. So be ready for the rebuild. And because you're first gen with that working class background, you know you can make ends meet. You may have to hammer some nails longer than you planned. There's nothing wrong with that. We will always need people who hammer nails. You may need to work retail. I tell myself, worst case, I am a fabulous bartender. You will make it through. That's the working class in you, okay? And that's a good thing. But be prepared for the pendulum swing, because this shit is not sustainable. We will go into a class war, or we will correct. Thank you for your attention on this matter.